Hello, welcome to Liverpool FC News Today channel.
Perhaps Jurgen Klopp simply cannot help losing the plot in the technical area and beyond. Or perhaps it is a well-considered trick he holds up his sleeve. Perhaps it is an organized ruse. Let's face it, Klopp gets away with all sorts of touchline antics on a regular basis. As does Pep Guardiola, by the way. Klopp's profile seems to have earned him an easy disciplinary ride, and it is about time that changed. But in the meanwhile, his histrionics will remain a small part of Liverpool's armory. They will remain a useful weapon. Have your say. Will Liverpool win the Premier League title this season? Let us know in the comments, because before his finger-pointing face pulling bust up with Mikel Arteta just after the half-hour mark, this game was flat and Arsenal were, to a certain degree, looking comfortable. It was unclear which manager instigated an exchange which prompted a bit of physical restraint they were happy to succumb to. Thankfully. If there was a villain of the piece, it might even have been Arteta. But one thing is for sure. Klopp having a pop at an ex-Evertonian turned a run of the Mill Premier League grind into one of those raucous, rousing, European-style nights. The crowd got fired up, Sadio Mane got fired up, broke the deadlock, and Liverpool were on their way to second place in the Premier League. Arsenal did not stand a chance once Liverpool caught the mood after the touchline kerfuffle. Of course, it might have been a coincidence, but after the managerial handbags, Liverpool went on the rampage as only Liverpool can. What also helps is when you have an attacking unit of this caliber. Let's park some rancid Arsenal defending for a moment. Mane's aerial prowess is one of his underrated strengths, and Trent Alexander-Arnold's nicely hit free kick still needed some converting. And while the opportunity was a gift from Nuno Tavares, Diogo Jota's double sidestep and finish was a piece of calm brilliance to put Liverpool 2 ahead. Any 3 from the 4 of Mane, Jota, Mohamed Salah, and the currently injured Roberto Firmino simply works. The movement from the front trio is, nearly always, exceptional, and when matched with the sort of clinical instinct shown by Mane and Jota here, you know why Liverpool are, by some distance, the Premier League's top scorers. Rate the Liverpool players, but they did have a fair bit of opposition help on this occasion. As decent as Alexander-Arnold's assist and Mane's run were, it was a simple set piece that should have been defended. And the Tavares mistake ahead of the second goal was as predictable as it was glaring. Playing out from the back is now such a common practice. It will soon seem novel when a team simply launches it. We will all soon be nostalgic about the good old Route 1 days. Pine for a goalkeeping drop kick, hanker after a Wimbledon-style kick and rush. But Arteta's Arsenal are taking the system of passing in your own danger area to new levels. When Tavares passed to Jota just outside the Arsenal penalty area, it was not the first mistake of that ilk and was most certainly not the last. But while this ended up as a total pasting, Arsenal do look a better team when they play out of the back, even though it had some dire consequences on this occasion. Anyhow, no matter what defensive approach they had taken, they would have found Liverpool, post-bust up Liverpool, irresistible. That is beyond doubt. Rate the Arsenal players, the attacking trio combined to allow Salah to score the third, and the Egyptian was involved in the build up to the fourth. Scored by substitute Takumi Minamino. By then, Arsenal were in some disarray and Arteta looked ready for a fight with himself. Never mind with Klopp. When Michael Oliver called time on the route, Klopp and Arteta engaged in a brief handshake, but the Liverpool manager's work was done. He had got Anfield fired up, his players fired up, and his team back on the up. Some operator